So next, we are going to go to hyperlocal news. Uh, and Darren, I have to say, as we're doing this, I'm a little worried. I don't know if it's one of those stories that's pseudoscience, but I noticed I I do a puppy thing. Like I go one way or the other. I lean back. I don't know if that's a mental health problem in the future. I hope it's not, but I tend to do this or this. I don't know.
Well,
Um,
I've heard the questions while you're digesting information. They say, "Well, are you feeling that in your right brain, or are you feeling it in your left brain?"
maybe
Right?
that's it. Okay.
There is
Maybe
a
that's
component there, man.
okay. Well, look, we're going to go through a couple of these. A lot of this is from a good friend of ours, the eSiderLA.com. Publishers Jesus Sanchez, Echo Park citizen and longtime supporter of Northeast LA and all the communities. And so we're taking a good amount of that from some of his content. So please support what they do, the eSiderLA.com. And I found a couple other things from some other sites, but let's see here. Oh, I thought this was good. Cypress Park, homeless housing. Let's go to this link. Let's see here. Oh, okay. Okay. So this story is about more homeless villages, I guess is what I'll call them. But you might recognize where it's going to be. You see
I do.
the
Right by
circle
Home
there.
Depot there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
So homeless housing by the roundabout. The city is moving forward to establish a temporary homeless shelter in Cypress Park that will be able to house 130 people. A cluster of 34 residential units with 4 beds per unit will be located next to the traffic roundabout where West Avenue 19, San Fernando Road, and Riverside Drive meet near the Home Depot. Yeah. So look out for that. What I thought about this, Darren, that was nice to see is these residential units will be larger than the 8-foot by 8-foot cabins found in tiny home villages, according to Mary Nemec from the city's Bureau of Engineering. Instead, these buildings will measure 12 by 28 feet and will come equipped with kitchens, bathrooms, and living spaces. Some of these units will also be stitched together to form a fourplex or duplex.
Well, I hope because of the bigger size,
Yeah,
I hope they utilize that to target like families
right,
who are in need,
right.
to fill that space. They have a fully functioning space to live in.
Yeah, yeah, good point. Okay. Let me go back. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, I thought this was kind of interesting. So, when we sold that place off of Robinson,
Sure.
I didn't know it, but I discovered that there is a really cool cathedral there. I think it's there it is. Silver Lake Russian Orthodox Church plans to renovate and expand. So they're going to get some new domes there. Beautiful building.
Oh,
Beautiful. Yeah. Neighborhood is let's see, Silver Lake. This neighborhood is known for its sleek mid-century homes and romantic Spanish colonial architecture. So the sight of the 3 gold onion-shaped domes rising into the sky is unexpected. The domes top the Holy Virgin Mary Cathedral Diocese of the West, and under plans revealed by leaders of the Russian Orthodox Cathedral, those domes will be replaced by new versions, and a 4th added as the church heads to its 100th anniversary. So congratulations.
where's that at, Joe?
Think between Robinson and Michael Terena or Mutual Terena.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, look at that.
Well, those are parallel.
Yeah. The cross, I forget, but it's down by Bellevue. Just
By
one out
Bellevue.
from Bellevue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Understood.
But yeah, super cool. Let's move on to, let's see what else. I thought this was interesting. So there's a plan for shared workspaces around Sunset Junction. Let's take a look at that. I hope they can afford the rent. So let's see here. This is, let's see if I can find it. Okay. Silver Lake, a shared workspace is opening in early June at 3515 West Sunset Boulevard, the former site of Depop Vintage Shopping Space. Work Life Ventures said this site will include a podcast and photo studio and a small venue for concerts, dinners, and events. It will also function as a retail space for local artisans and host a Sunday farmers market.
That's
I
like
didn't even know.
everything you could do in one space.
I had no idea there was that much space there. This is across from like 99 cent store or say
By
Yummy Market. Yeah, just down
Yeah.
from there. So yeah, everything's going on there. We'll look forward to that.
Wow. I think we should see more of those multi-flex spaces. That exact dynamic. Like I envision some of these larger spaces having lots of tables, like maybe
Right.
multiple food vendors, a little bit of retail, and maybe some small entertainment. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. I envision more of those spaces happening.
Well, and seriously, as you're saying that, I mean, that's why I said I hope they can afford the rent, because it's going to require that kind of multi-use situation to pay those bills, I think. And
Right.
it brings similar groups and people together. So it's
But
good.
what I imagine is not paying for the workspace as much, or if so, it's got to be a small fee with lots of people, like
Yeah.
a little bit of a WeWork model, but more about, I see like the food vendors, like the small booth vendors,
Right.
they would have to pay the rent, but there would be multiple of them, and
Right.
so it should hopefully keep the cost down. In the end, I envision them a little more as a gathering space, which they're like a workplace space there. Is what they're incorporating. Cool, man.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Okay, a couple more things. Okay. Happy birthday, Casita del Campo in Silver Lake. I think it's like 62 years, so good for them. And then kayaking season has begun on the LA River. And I don't have the video. I don't know if you saw it, but I did this last year. And
How was it?
It was a horrible experience for me.
Yeah.
Because there wasn't enough water.
There wasn't enough
Of course
water. That's exactly
right?
the first thing that came to mind.
Yeah, and of course ABC News was at the end of it all, and there I was like trudging out of the ocean, beat up after scuttling over rocks all the time.
Yeah.
But
That's hard.
but in defense of the LA River and kayaking, I did see that our beloved Mitch O'Farrell had a video on his Instagram, and water looked good, looked very good. Good
I
form.
saw Mitch the other day at my house. He was knocking on doors,
Wow.
soliciting votes.
Not taking anything for granted, huh? Good
No,
for him.
he's not. And good for him for that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's election week next week if you haven't already voted.
Yeah.
But I know I'm supporting a little more of the centrist candidates. So
Yeah. Amen. Okay, so there's that. Go out there and kayak. And then, here's another feel-good story. If you're aware of the stairs, right, at Mitchell Terena going up, there was a horrible thing that happened. Somebody painted over the stairs. Did you hear about this, Darren?
I did not. That's beautiful. Is that what they painted over that?
So it's still a mystery, but somebody overnight, I guess, didn't like this piece of art, and they painted over the whole thing. There's a big uproar, neighbors and other community leaders, and of course Mitch heard about it. And they went out there, and with the two artists that started it, they repainted the whole thing. So it's back.
Well, I hope they put anti-graffiti spray on it this time, so all they have to do is spray it off.
Yeah. Oh gosh, you're so right about that.
That's gorgeous, man. That's inspirational. Right? It really is.
And it has a bit of fame. I mean, you see it in commercials, on TV. So yeah, it's definitely a part of the neighborhood. So sad to see somebody thought they should paint over it.
Yeah,
that's too bad. Okay, let's see. Okay, two more, and then I think we're done. So Los Feliz mixed use at Western and Franklin. This is coming from urbanize.com. Let's take a look. And I'm sure this happens to you and it happens to everyone, but you pass these huge holes at intersections and people working, and you have no idea what it's going to look like. So this is at Western and Franklin, and it is a huge hole, and they are doing a lot of work. They've already got, I think, the first or second floor done. But it says here, nearly a year and a half after breaking ground in Los Feliz, wood framing is now rising for a new mixed-use apartment complex just south of Griffith Park, located at the southeast corner of Franklin and Western. The new project will consist of a 5-story building featuring 87 studio, 1- and 2-bedroom apartments above 6,000 square feet of ground floor commercial space. Plans also call for 112 parking stalls in a subterranean garage. So there it is now, more or less. And that's what we'll see in the future. Yeah. I don't know how the traffic's going to be there. Gosh, man. Somehow we always work it out, but that's a tough intersection.
Neighbors complain a lot about volume of traffic in a residential space. And my experience has been that it's not a huge increase in traffic by any means. Now, the retail space, if it's a successful retail corridor, that could bring in some traffic flow. And then parking. I think it has more of an impact on parking on the streets than anything else.
Yeah. Well, here as usual, the comments. Wow, sure glad the Los Feliz NIMBYs fought so hard to downzone this. Would hate for 10 more households to have been able to live right near Griffith Park and blocks from a major metro stop.
Right.
And then it says, at least the downsized version actually looks better for once. Well, at least the renders do. So, yeah. Can't please everybody. That's for sure. Okay, and then finally, Darren, in your neck of the woods, because you need this badly, there is a gyoza bar planned on Sunset, because we all need gyoza and we all need a bar. Let's see what it's going to look like. So, you know that new coffee place, Stereoscope Coffee?
Yep. Sure.
It's right here on, okay. So I guess it's going to be right here, right next to it.
Nice.
And
I'm trying to imagine what a gyoza bar is like.
Well, it sounds like drinking, so that's good news. But gyoza, are those cute little dumpling-like things that are fried or steamed. Gyoza bar, a new concept by the Hiro Nori Group, incorporating ramen, and gyoza, is making its way to Echo Park, located at 1501 Sunset Boulevard, Suite A. The new 935 square foot restaurant comes from the owners of Hiro Nori Craft Ramen, with 9 locations across California and a new location in Torrance. So there you go. Get your coffee, get your ramen all in one block. Yeah.
Cool.